It's time now for the winners match here to see who's going to be the first out of this group. And what a sick winners match we got here. Can't ask for much better than this. It's going to be Parting against SoulKey.
Oh my God, tasteless. That could be the GSL Finals itself.
Yeah, it could be, man. It's like, what a treat. Seriously, what a treat. Now, in the losers match, Pig Baby is going to go up, or is going to have to go up against Swagger.
And you know what?
By the way, Pig Baby and Swagger actually are playing very well today.
They certainly are.
They have far exceeded my expectations.
Against different players, they may have been able to win their matches. I mean, these guys are actually legit good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how this is all going to turn out, Tasteless, but if I had to say, SoulKey and Party are going to get out. But Pig Baby and Swagger are people who could possibly make upsets.
The guy that loses this still has a long road ahead of him.
Yeah.
You know, either Pig Baby or Swagger could be what they face up against next. And like we said, they're playing very well today. All right. An epic ZVP here on Whirlwind.
Anything could happen here, Tasteless. Partying against SoulKey. This is like, every time these two play, it's an amazing match.
It really is. It really, really is. SoulKey just in top form, and Partying, you can never count him out. Partying somebody I expect to be like top 3 Protoss for years.
Yeah.
You know?
It seems that
he
like
just seems like, yeah. And it was because occasionally, guys, we have these players who come out on top early on in their careers, and then they get figured out and can't adapt.
Yes, that happens all the time.
Partying, not one of them. All right, we're here at Seoul, Korea, where the best esports players in the world reside, playing the best game ever made, Starcraft 2, on the best gaming show of all time, the GSL Code S.
You can tell I'm excited by the way my heart is beating. I'm gonna need a riot squad to help control my breathing. Communicating with bases like I can hear it speaking. He says when he talks to a fellow Ravens, will not lost this evening.
Over here in the bottom right, the only Zerg in our group. He is
Wongjin Star SoulKey.
his opponent over here in the upper left, the former world champion. He is
SK Telecom T1 Parting.
So it is time.
Yep.
To see what these guys are going to do.
This is a classic StarCraft 2 map at this point in time.
It certainly is.
We've had it for a long time.
It's our oldest.
It is our oldest map, yes. This guy.
I didn't even get to read everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny what I did read.
Yes.
Something about a monkey and parting or
Kill Protoss or something like that. So, we got parting right now with a gateway in the main here.
Gateway expand. It's a good build on this map for sure. I wonder what he's going to go for off of it, though. I wonder if he's going to go for a Sky Toss build or what. And oh, look at that. 3-2 and 2-0.
Huh.
Well, Parting's going to be wanting to turn that one around, Aces.
Yeah, for sure. Well, SoulKey, there's something slightly different about SoulKey from Parting, where Parting, you're right, he's got perfect execution. But I feel like SoulKey, there's like, I can't even think of a weak point.
Well,
in his playstyle, he's perfectly exactly what you want to be as Zerg.
Exactly.
He's reactionary.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
He's just he takes a glimpse and at what you're doing, and he sees or what he can't tell that you're doing. Takes any information that he's got, and then just assembles the solution that makes him completely safe. And it's so hard to do, and when you see it, it's almost hard to appreciate unless you play a ton of StarCraft 2, because you have to really understand like that what the Zerg is doing, and he's making it look so easy, is in fact incredibly hard to do.
I can't even add to what you're saying here, but I can describe Parting. He's a player that most of the time sets the tone. He decides the way that he's going to try to kill you, and he does it so damn well with such smart play and smart builds.
It's like you can know what's coming and try to assemble the counter to it and still potentially fail.
Yeah. So
I mean, that Immortal Sentry push when he was doing.
Oh God!
Well, back it's like
he just knew
I don't know.
Stop him.
I just don't know how to stop this, guys. I'm Zerg, and he could tell me beforehand that I'm doing this, and there's nothing I can really do.
That was literally the case at times where people knew it was coming and just could not stop it. No matter
and
what they did.
we'd see people try to copy that build, and they would be like 30 seconds behind when Parting would actually push out.
Yeah, So he's, you know, he's not. Maybe you want to be him as a Protoss player, but he's not necessarily exactly what you want to be like SoulKey, where it's like, no, if you want to be a top Zerg, exactly, just copy everything SoulKey does. And but the thing is, you can't because he's too good. So, anyways, I mean, it's a very good way to end up describing it. Now,
I love this new format we got here.
Yeah.
At Golem here, we got the shots of both players in the booth, and we're now getting a shot of the loser as well.
Oh, we're already kicking ass, as we were talking about before, Tasteless.
So good to be back here at Codas, man.
We're on our way, Tasteless.
Unless we are
through Codas, through the jungle that is Codas. You and I are a couple junglers right now.
We're jungling right now? Are these games we're casting the neutral
We're
creeps?
juggling as well. Very talented.
Can you juggle anything, actually?
No. No, I can't.
I can't either.
My brother's actually a very good juggler.
Really?
That's
yeah,
it.
there you go. There you go. Looks like he
You're
spotted.
looking at me like there's a joke coming. No.
Nope.
Just juggles.
He did get that proxied pylon there. Didn't look like that was going to work anyways.
Yeah, I think
that was timed out.
That was almost the thing that said, hey, make a few more lings or something. You know, even though he does have 3 gates on the way and Warp Gate almost done. Did he really think that would work?
Well, that was just weird because of the timing of that hatch.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the hatch is done. He's going to see it, and he is SoulKey. I'm just hoping SoulKey doesn't check the mini-map. Like,
ooh, Tasteless. He's making 3 sentries right now, and Warp Gate's going to finish. This is really weird. I think he's going to do a really weird 3-gate, like a really super weird sentry-heavy 3-gate attack.
Okay.
I feel like he's almost trying to fake SoulKey into thinking he's being faked. You know?
Yeah, actually, I think you might be right.
Like, Parting plays more mind games than most. That's a fact right there. Oh, he's got to be careful not to lose this mothership core, and he won't. So that's good. Kills that clean
done.
He's
giving him
forced a
free
lot of
reign
rings.
over the drones right now.
Now, he can't lose this mothership core. That's very important.
Cannot lose that.
And look at this. A forge behind. I feel like this is some sort of riddle that a witch has given me that I have to figure out this build for. But no,
the drones
actually,
are now evacuating.
Yeah, and he's going to have to
The
evacuate
third
this as well.
Nexus here as well, so he's not going to attack into this.
But he's kicking ass right now. Look at this. He's got a ton of sentries. He's got 8 sentries right now.
He's going to have
done
a
lot
very
of
strong...
damage.
Oh, my God, that was so good. That was wicked. That was so sick.
Hey, Zerglings, look down that little pit. Do you like the view? Ah, it'll be your last. And down they go.
And down they went.
I can't even believe this is such a cool play
That
by
was
Party
so
far.
cost effective. Yeah, you know, with all these sentries, because he has so many, he can take on lings.
Yeah. He's fine, man. Like, this is such cool play. And he has so many sentries that are building up energy, and his mothership core has not died. It has almost full energy right now. He's taking map control with a group of sentries. Like, Parting is so cool and does builds that other people can't do. This is what a treat this game is already.
Yeah, and he's teching off the back of this too. So he's doing that third up at a very unusually early time here for this matchup.
Especially for the build he did, is just so weird.
Yeah.
He's just going right into a ton of gateways. He's getting that Twilight. I'm sure he's going to start +2.
He's like pushing with sentries.
Yeah. He's forcing units because he knows he can warp out. He can make a force field wall and get out.
Yeah.
He has so many escape routes with that little army.
I know. It's actually really, really impressive.
Parting is a fantastic human, Tasteless.
He is.
He should win the Nobel Peace Prize as far as I'm concerned.
Just by doing nothing peaceful at all. Now we have, looks like the roaches and the lings are going to come out here now, so we should see recall. Sending these back over here. And that's what we're going to have right there. Yep.
Goes right over to that
Home
third
and
base.
safe.
Now the gates are finishing up. Blink is on the way. He's just going to be warping in a lot of stalkers likely from here. And I don't see any way for this little tiny attack to do anything. I don't think it's really meant to anyways. He's just kind of poking back and making sure Parting stay on your side of the map for a little bit. We'll macro up a bit more, but I have to give Parting a lead at this moment.
Parting looks great. Parting looks absolutely great. We're going to see if SoulKey's going to try to get his 4th coming up here. We have some Hydras being cranked out right now. But yeah, I got to go with what you just said, Artosis. Parting is looking stellar.
And look at this. He's scouting all over the place. We do have a good amount of Hydras coming up with some upgrades here from SoulKey, as well as his 4th base. But did he just target his own unit? What was that? That was like a weird thing I just saw.
Nice force fields again here, just obliterating those roaches. Really making SoulKey look a bit foolish for even moving out on the map, you know?
But SoulKey is grabbing his infestation pit, which is really, really important. He can't just keep making these roaches and hydras because Parting's doing enough scouting that he can see that that's occurring. And if that's occurring, then Parting just doesn't move out until he knows he has enough units to end up winning.
Right, right. That one observer popped out here, and I gotta say here,
a big mistake there losing that, but he does.
Well, he can get some of these hydras now, and nice force fields again. Some of the best force fields here from Parting we've seen.
Yeah,
I mean, he's looking really good.
He's good with force field. This guy, he controls everything so well.
He looks like he might move down here to the 4th base. He's already finished warping in a pylon over there. He has not regrouped those stalkers with the rest of his army.
He has so many sentries right now, though. I think that he can easily snipe this hatchery.
All right. He's coming here now. Guardian Shield is up. And some force fields that divide the hydras from the Stalker army right now.
Yeah.
Now coming around here to the bottom. Is he going to go for the hatchery snipe?
Now, a big surface area being taken. He doesn't have enough force fields to keep this up, I don't think. But
I don't think so.
Yeah, he just barely doesn't have enough there. That was a good spread by SoulKey to save that hatchery. A very important moment in this game.
All right, he's warping in a few more units right now. Whoa, he's got to be careful.
He definitely doesn't want to go down that ramp. I think he needs to actually sit on an arc on top of it, but look at that, a warp prism going across. He's going to try to deal some damage in the main while poking at this 4th.
And I think that the 4th will probably be picked off here. He's teching up to Colossi. After this, oh my god, it's completely exposed. And I don't know what to say. SoulKey just got out of position here, and that means it's going to go down. He can actually force field the ramp here and get away with ease.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing here now. SoulKey, what does he do? He's going to have to go back and defend against this Warp Prism, so Parting gets to go home for free.
Meanwhile, the Warp Prism comes in here now, dropping on top of these drones, and many more units still being warped in after that. And he cancels. That was so smart. He's like, okay, there's hydras coming up here. My zealots can't do enough damage to make this cost-effective. I'll park this over here in the bottom right where the hydras can't hit it.
This is a perfect scenario for Parting right now. Everything's going so fantastically. His Templar Archive's coming up at a pretty darn good time as well. All he needs to do is make sure that the Vipers, the Flying Defilers, I was going to say, as long as the Vipers don't mess with him. I mean, everything has been so great. Picking off the 4th, bringing the army into the main base so he could go do other things. Look at this. He's trying to pick something off here, and he knows the travel time.
Pit.
Oh my god! In the meantime, look
at this.
The rest of his army goes down, sees what it can pick off.
He's just going to blink out of here with that, I would assume. Or not. I mean, well...
I guess he'll just...
Okay, he does finally blink out of there.
Cancels the 4th base here.
SoulKey is slowly getting picked apart.
And look at that. He's leaving his Warp Prism, forcing 4 spores that SoulKey does not really have the resources to make right now. Well, he technically has them, obviously, but he doesn't want to be having to make a bunch of spores behind his minerals.
In the long run, it's going to hurt him.
Yeah.
Colossi is now out with this army now against a very heavy Roach Hydra army. The Colossi is going to be very, very helpful. He's got enough sentries out for some force fields. Thermal Lance about to finish.
And he's going to, as long as he feedbacks all the Vipers, this is like a nearly perfect game for him. He does have 4 High Templars.
All right.
But those feedbacks have to be hit, because this is still, the Zerg army actually wins in just straight head-up fight. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, he pulls a hallucinated Colossus. Great Blinding Cloud, though. Really fantastic Blinding Cloud. Some force fields going down. Those Blinding Clouds actually really making a hard situation for him.
One Colossus overextended now, picked off, and it looks like SoulKey's continuing to push forward right now. He's got that Colossus.
Oh! A great yoink right there, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Now, Parting actually having to defend on 2 different sides. SoulKey deciding to go up into the 3rd base area.
Is SoulKey going to turn this around now? The Hydras and Roaches spilling forward here. He can get these warp gates over here. That will slow down production and potentially even get this Nexus as well.
Oh, this is a lot of units. He's trying to come up with this little flank, but this Zerg army is very powerful. Gonna back up for now. And look at this supply. A pretty big lead for SoulKey right now. But he doesn't have that many drones behind this. He has 54 drones, so he still needs to deal more damage because Parting's on 4 bases.
Yeah, if he doesn't do enough damage here, then SoulKey's economy is just in shambles. He's going to move up here now. And looks like he's going to be very careful. He's in this weird phase where he's almost stuck making stalkers right now.
Yeah, that is exactly what we're seeing here. Trying to squeeze in some Colossi as well, but he needs mostly stalkers. A couple sentries won't do anything. Zealots will do less than nothing. He needs to be able to just blink micro enough to get rid of this.
He actually got rid of this 4th base down here. We just caught the tail end of that.
Wow, pretty fantastic play here from Party. He's still mining from his 4 bases, and he's starting to whittle this down. Even the probe's coming out now. He knows that all he needs to do is kill off this army.
All right, we see the army now of SoulKey regrouping here in the middle. More Vipers entering the fray. But again, this is a fragile army here for Party. This is not.
He's trying to pick. Oh, a nice blinding cloud, making the Stalkers overcommit, trying to kill the Vipers.
Yep. He's continuing to push forward here. Good feedback there on that Viper. Very nicely done. One Viper does remain, though.
Yeah, he does lose Eye Templar, unfortunately, but look at these great blinding clouds. This is so nice. He knows he's coming for these snipes, and he's stopping them just dead in their tracks. And a beautiful yoink once again. Will target that down. The probe's coming out once again. Can SoulKey actually break through here?
All right, there's a lot of Hydras right now doing a ton of damage. Some Roaches in the front to soak that up. Again, no probes mining here. It looks like just barely. Well, wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Looks like the Roaches might be able to come in here and continue to soak up more damage.
It's pretty close overall, but
right now.
The economy of parting has just fallen down during all this. He lost so many probes.
165 to 159.
You know what?
I think SoulKey might have actually done it here. Unbelievable.
Definitely looks like a tasteless. Parting had just an awesome opening.
This is incredible to me because because Parting did one of the best builds I'd ever seen.
Well, it was so nice, but the thing is, it did leave one weak spot, and that was getting up that quick hive and getting right into those Vipers. And you know what? He did perfectly during those engagements. If Parting had, let's say, just feedbacked all the Vipers and no blinding clouds and no yoinks cut off, that would have been it. The Parting would have won that game easy. But he did get those off and forced Parting to lose more units than he wanted. He lost all his sentries. He lost more Stalkers than he wanted to. He lost his Colossi, and that gave SoulKey enough to win. That was a really great game.
And considering how ahead Parting was in mid-game there, he would manage to snipe those additional bases. He was getting things like getting the infestation pit real fast. Doing some great harass, getting not even just with that main army getting that hatchery, but then getting the hatchery with the few stray zealots. For SoulKey to then come back, finally hold out that Warp Prison by stuffing it in the bottom right, and then do this attack that was executed so perfectly. I know we talk about Parting being the king of execution, really back there. SoulKey did not miss a beat.
The blinding clouds were so crucial.
They were beautiful.
Every time Parting tried to do anything with his Stalkers, bam, blinding cloud underneath, overcommittal, lose extra. Over time, SoulKey he gained too much momentum with that attack.
Our next map, by the way, going to be Akalon Wastes. Let's see if Parting can come up with something this time around.
And I tell you what, Parting really wants to win here because he has to fall back on PvP against one of these other two quite good Protosses. You never know what'll happen, man. People can force weird coin flips sometimes in PvP.
Mirror matchups can be very unforgiving. Especially PvP. So ideally, Parting wants to just get out of this. Then again, SoulKey did not have an easy time against Pig Baby.
No, he did not. That is true. I think if SoulKey were to lose this and go up against Swagger, I think it'd be pretty easy for him. But if you went against Pig Baby, it could go to Pig Baby. That's a possibility.
It certainly could. Pig Baby had some great builds coming into this.
Whereas for Parting, both players can be very dangerous. If they take risks that happen to counter what Parting's doing, that can be a tough time.
Man, I can't believe how well SoulKey played that last game. That was incredible. That was really something to be impressed by, guys.
Pretty awesome.
All right. We're going to go into the next game here, see if Parting can turn this series around or if SoulKey's going to close this out and be the first person to the round of 16 here in the GSL Codex.